I like how we were like trying to get away from that before, and now we're like, you know what? Let's just chat. I'm excited though.
I'm done with helping people. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, welcome back to the Exceptions Podcast. Today we are chatting, and you know what? We don't know what the topic of today's episode is yet until we get there.
Yeah, we're done with trying to help you all. Like, whatever. I don't care anymore. It's that time of the year where we're just gonna kick the bucket. Is that the saying? I always mess up the saying. Kick
Kick the
can?
bucket means to die, I think.
Oh, well, not inappropriate. we're gonna just.
Fenmore's about ready to kick the bucket.
Nah.
He's had it.
We're just gonna talk about this week and talk about what's on our minds, and hopefully you like the conversation. Well, let's talk about something exceptional. We haven't completely gotten rid of the brand yet. This is still the Exceptions Podcast. I woke up this morning to my my Spotify Wrapped playlist and my stats.
Rip it out. Let's see it. I want to see it.
Nope. So
I want to see it.
Hold on. So if you don't have Spotify, Spotify at the end of every year makes like little graphs for you and like a time capsule and tells you what your most streamed song was, who your top artists were, like your top 5 songs, all the genres you've listened to, your top genres. It's really cool and really detailed. Anyways, I got mine this morning. And let's just say, and also now it's a thing, everyone's sharing their Spotify Wrapped on social media. And let's just say I'm not going to be sharing mine anymore.
What?
It's
no way. Why? What's wrong with it? What do you mean bad? That's so
no, it's not
subjective.
No.
Okay, I'll tell you about mine.
Embarrassing.
Maybe it'll make you feel better.
Probably not.
Mine is not a surprise at all.
What are your top 5 artists?
Well, let's just say, look what you did to me.
I can't see anything.
Okay, number 5, Doja Cat.
Ooh.
I'm not alone there. Number 4, also not alone there. Okay, none of these I'm alone. These are all like in the top most listened to artists. Number 4, Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Number 3, Ariana Grande, which I was surprised by because I haven't listened to her new album much at all. And I was looking through my playlist and there wasn't even that, like, she wasn't really high up, but I think she had just like a lot of little ones sprinkled in there.
Right.
Number 2, Lady Gaga, which I think
it's Rain on Me. Did you listen to Rain on Me a lot?
Well, we'll get there. Yes, she released a new album this year. And then Blackpink. So when we get to my top songs, I'll tell you more about that. Okay, number 5, Rain on Me.
I didn't ask for a free ride. Number 5, Rain on Me. Okay.
Yeah. Number 4, Boss Bitch.
I'm a bitch and a boss, my shine like gloss.
Oh, I like that song. Whoa, that was from this year?
Mm-hmm.
What? That was
I think that movie came out like at the beginning of the year.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Number 3, In the Party. Do you know it? Flo Milli?
No.
I was surprised by that. But also not. Number 2, it's WAP.
I said certified freak. 7 days a week.
I'm so predictable. I know.
Number 2 songs, WAP?
Yeah. I was like, what? Okay. And number 1 was How You Like That.
Like that. I knew it.
How you like that?
Is there anything in your top that you want to share with us?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, Blackpink is in the top 5 artists. That's fine.
It's like Fenmore, like himself is number 1.
No, I wish. Oh, and as a Spotify artist, I get my own Spotify Rap for Artists thing.
Ooh, that's cool. Do you have, what about your podcast? Do you listen to a lot of podcasts that you want to, any that you want to share?
Okay, yeah, my top 5 podcasts are Impact with Tom Bilyeu. The
Never heard
last
of it.
podcast on the left. It's more of a
Oh yeah,
Have you heard of it?
I've
They
heard
do
of it. What is it?
They do kind of like they talk about like the occult and like weird mystical stuff, and then also like gothic stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
And then number 3 was Views with David Dobrik and Jay Nash. Number 2 was the Coal Revolution Ramblings, and then number 1 was Call Her Daddy.
How did I know? I'm not surprised.
It was when I was doing Skip the Dishes, so then I listened to a whole bunch of podcasts, and those are pretty entertaining. So
I've never listened to it yet. I should try it.
So here's the thing: the fact that I'm willing to say that my number 1 podcast is Call Her Daddy. I'm not willing to tell you what my top 5 songs were. To tell you how bad my top 5 songs and artists were.
Can I like just even get the slightest bit of info?
No one ever gets.
You're not going to tell me the songs, but like
It's
in what way is it embarrassing?
I
like
just
it's
personally
like because it's too mainstream, because it's like the theme song, like it's like Baby Shark. It's
no,
like,
it's not. Yeah, it is. It's
number 1.
I listen to that on repeat.
Or is it every song on that TikTok like most played list?
No.
Like why is it embarrassing?
It's not that it's, I guess embarrassing is maybe the wrong word. It's just I'm okay with it on my own, with my own self. Yeah. But other people don't need to know that.
Is it like, okay, let's talk about this, because do you feel like this has to do with how you're perceived or something along those lines? Like, as an example of what's making me ask that, I think back to when I was like when I was in high school. I remember like the people that I was friends with, I was like newly friends with them, and I thought they were really cool, and like they're really artsy and really liked like cool indie films and stuff. And I remember like those became the movies that I liked too. And then as I like got older and stuff, I looked back on some of them and I was like, I don't fucking like this. Like this is just dark and like not what I'm into anymore. And I think I just like,
it's not WAP.
I think I enjoyed them. Yeah. I think I enjoyed them at the time because it was like, oh yeah, this has to, like when people would ask me my favorite songs or artists or movies were, I felt like it had to be like something of like depth and quite dark. Whereas now you like look at my Spotify shit and it's like very light. It's all like these like female energy, like, and that's just like who I am. So I don't know. Do you experience that?
The thing with me though is like whenever I have a friend in my car, I love letting them play their playlists because I want to listen to new music. Not because I want to like fit in, but I genuinely want to hear what other people are listening to. I sometimes get bored of the same artists all the time. So I do listen to a lot of other different music that other people listen to. And most of the time I find things in it that I like, but I'm not forcing myself to like things that I don't like. I don't really care.
So then why are you embarrassed to tell us what you're listening to?
It's not necessary to psychoanalyze this. Okay, but in terms of me being an artist on Spotify, I mean, talking about goals.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm just looking at my Spotify Wrapped for an Artist. I had 461% increase in new listeners.
Wow.
Which is great because I usually
that's awesome.
But that's not saying much because I had like 5 listeners before.
That's growth.
Apparently, I've got introduced to 20 new countries this year.
You did.
Egypt loved me the most.
What? Yes.
Who's listening to me in Egypt? Please let me know. Yeah. My most streamed song on Spotify this year was The Alchemist with over 2,000 listeners.
I knew it. So good.
It's not been as productive as I hoped it would be, but I think this is a very good building year. So I'm happy about that. You know what the youngest I got mistaken for the other day was?
13.
Yeah.
I got it.
I don't know why.
I was like, 12's too young. Maybe 13.
Literally, no. I was at this thing called Flyover Canada, and it was kind of dimly lit, I guess, and I was wearing a hoodie. And this guy was like, "Are you 13?" I was like, "I am." No, I'm an adult.
He won't say. I am almost double. Wait, no, you're more than double.
No, I'm
My God.
21. What the heck? No, you know what? I'm gonna cut it out, and no one will ever know.
Cut out what? What'd you just cut out? They don't understand. They just heard you say, I'm going to cut it out.
Exactly. They won't ever know. So, you texted me the other day. You're figuring out your life in all caps. I know we're not helping people anymore because we're just over that. But
We're
were you
just
trying to
helping
help yourself?
ourselves. We're helping ourselves. Yeah. That was a kind of dramatic statement.
It was really dramatic. I mean, all caps. I'm figuring out my life.
Is that what I did? All caps.
What were you doing? Baking?
Baking? No.
That's a double
No.
entendre.
I was trying to just I was trying to reassess. Like I remember when you recently brought up, you're like, what do you want to do with your life? I was like, what do I want to do with my life? Oh my God. And I just had a good reflection session over the weekend where I was like, okay, what goals did I set this year? How am I doing on them? What do I want to be now working towards new goals in the coming year? Yeah. F you all for, not being, for saying that the start of the year is arbitrary, but I like it. I like the fresh start. I like to set new goals at the beginning of the year. And yeah, so I was just like, okay, fuck, what do I want? Like how can I be reminding myself of that every day? Because that's where I fall short and I spend time on distractions.
Yeah, that's good.
I had an emotional work week last week.
Why did a kid call you old? Hey, old lady.
No. I had this realization that I in order to do my work, which is like outreach youth work with high risk kids, been doing it for like over 4 years now, and I think that
That's long.
I've separated myself to some extent just because you kind of have to, like from the stories of people's lives, and I'll like be thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that's just so casual that happens, and I hear about that on a daily basis. But I had a moment where there was a day where I was connecting with some of my clients and was just like, man, I just really fucking care about these kids, and sometimes they go through really terrible things, and I've kind of almost separated from that so much. And on that day, for some reason, it just like hit hard where I was like, man, I really care about these kids. And they had also, like, a couple kids that day had like let me know what I meant to them in their life, and I was just like, I was crying by the end of the
Maybe
day.
if you want to be a mom.
So yeah, it was a good day, but it was emotional for sure.
Oh, that's a cool experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. It was good though, because it was like, and I talked to my coworker too, who's like our mental health worker, and she basically counseled me too, which was great. So by the end of that conversation, I was like, man, I feel so lucky to do this work. Like right now, it's just, I feel grateful to be in these kids' lives. I feel grateful that they allow me to have a place in their life. And it's just cool to get to do what I do. So as much as it's challenging sometimes, I was like, yeah.
Has any one of them tried to stab you yet?
No,
Oh, okay.
not me.
Not you.
They'll tell me about how they want to stab other people. No one wants to stab me. Do you ever have to deal with anything like that with like your schooling so far, or do you get like trained on that? I don't know.
No, I go to a really cool school at the moment as for my practicum, so everyone's really chill. My life's great and easy. You should all be jealous of me at this point. I don't even know.
What kind of teacher are you going to be when the kids talk about you? What are they going to say?
What have they said already? What, you're a teacher?
He's so hip. He knows, kids don't say hip, but you know what I mean. He knows all the references. He speaks like a TikToker.
I don't know. I don't think kids care like that you're hip.
No.
I mean, if you're just a cool person, then you're a cool person.
Yeah.
There's a very wide range of being cool. It just depends if you make sense to the kids or not. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, kids want to know that you at least make sense in some regard.
Yeah, and I find like that you're not judgmental. Like when I have kids talk to me about like
That's a big thing too. Don't be judgmental.
other outside, yeah, like counselors, they're like, yeah, I felt really judged. And I'm like, what? That sucks. I know we all do it subconsciously, but if you're going into that role, be open to not being judgmental, I guess.
Yeah, I'm super non-judgmental. I listen very well. I'm very patient. I'm kind of really funny and also just really humble overall. So it's just a great package
Oh my
for
God.
me. So
Are you hoping that, your future wife is listening right now on the other end of Spotify and she's like, all the boxes are checked.
if my future wife is listening to this and has not reached out to me yet, we're gonna have words. I don't understand.
Maybe she's shy,
But it's fine. I have so many years. I'm still like in my early 20s, so it's a long ways to go.
Oh my God.
What did we talk about today?
I don't know. K-pop, teenagers, and
Oh yeah, so you did the whole life thing. Why don't we end up with like, what are you planning on doing? So what are some goals you've been setting for yourself? Or do you
I'm
still
not
want to be a
telling you
writer?
that. I'm not telling you that. Yeah, of course it is.
Still your priority? So what are you doing about it then?
Yes, it is. I'm writing. Oh my God. Surprise, surprise. I think we could have a specific episode on that.
I think, you know what I'm thinking?
And wrap up.
Since I see the people listening get to see me release my work because I do it all the time. What if you start blogging or posting your
It's in
writing?
the goals. It's in there. It's gonna happen.
When's it happening? Give us a timeline.
No.
He's not letting us, but soon.
There's only what's that? Yeah.
Soon, okay. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think that'd be great.
Even just any sort of
But on a consistent basis.
Yes, I need to build regularity into my schedule, and what I do is go from 0 to 100, and then if I don't meet that, I tell myself I'm a failure in certain terms. I'm like, well, I haven't posted in this long. I need to get back on track. I need to post every day. I'm like, it's just not going to happen because then I'm going to miss a day and then I'm going to do the whole all or nothing thing. So it needs to be like, let's post just at least once a week for a month. Then you can post twice a week for a month, like whatever. Just at least start with something that I know I can accomplish that's super easy and then move up from there. And I think that's like a scientifically legitimate thing. Like start small, do something you know you can do. Don't go from, like I say, not working out at all to committing to an hour a day, 7 days a week. Like it's just not going to be sustainable. It's too much of a shock to your system. If you can do it, great. But I think most of us probably don't have that sort of ability.
Well, I'd love to hear it. And I'm gonna love to see those posts. We all are. You know what's funny? YouTube has been recommending your videos to me again.
Oh, like old ones?
Yeah, old ones. If you don't know, everyone, Jess Bodrug has a YouTube channel that she used to post on way back in the day. It's
Man,
crazy.
you're really what's the word? You're both gassing me up and lighting a fire under my ass to continue on. So thank you.
I am.
Yeah.
Well, unintentional, but cool.
Well, it's true. This is what this podcast is about too, is accountability. And as much as I'm like, no one cares if I post or not, no one's gonna see it. You know what?
You gotta make people care.
Well, yeah, and it's gonna show to myself
that you care. Do you care?
That I care.
Do you care about your future?
Yeah, and I have had people ask me that I know, even if there's like 2 people that gain something from something I post, and this is a message to anyone else. You have something you want to say, it could be meaningful to one other person, and is that not worth it in itself? That mindset is the thing that got me to start posting in the first place. Forgetting that is what stopped me getting distracted. So again, I think huge importance in daily reminders of why you want to do the shit you want to do. Why'd you make those goals? What's the point?
What kind of life do you want to live? On that note, I would like to thank today's sponsor, which is my mic stand. For those of you who've never seen our visual component, I've always just been holding my mic like a crazy maniac. And now I decided
never
to use
even
my mic
processed that.
stand that I've had. What was that?
I said I didn't even process that you now had a mic stand, but then I talked over you and you told me not to do that.
Apparently, Jess is not all here. I didn't notice my glorious black mic stand. Thank you to my mic stand for giving me solidarity, conformity, foundations. What is wait, these are all
Wow.
bad adjectives that I'm about to
Wow.
Well, make sure to use promo code the exceptions for 10% off mic stands. That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. You're not gonna get any mic stands for free.
Oh my God. Have you started looking at your goals yet? Do you make regular goals, or do you just kind of have the one big goal and you keep working towards it?
I think I'm just to be quite honest, right now it almost feels like a scramble. I'm just taking the time I have to finish the rest of the projects I want to finish this year, and schoolwork and music projects, and then also going to work. So I have ideas for next year about things I want to do, but at the moment I'm just trying to wrap up everything, finish it, getting ready for that Saturn Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius. 21st of December, everyone. Put that in your calendars. It's going to be a great day.
What does that signify?
What?
What does the conjunction do for us?
Okay, so Saturn is the planet of like structure, of learning things, almost like karma. Jupiter is a planet of abundance, so it can be abundance in good things or abundance in bad things. It just blows things up. And then Aquarius is the sign of kind of innovation, something new, individuality. It's also an air sign, so it's everything to do with technology and stuff like that. So when it's all coming to that area, from what I don't really believe this stuff. I just listen to it all the time. But it's interesting to me. Anyways, I guess it means a lot of things. It can mean a lot of things depending on where your houses are and planets are. Oh my word, we're not an astrology podcast, but
We don't even have an episode.
huh?
We don't even have an episode. Maybe we should. You could talk. You could
No,
go into
I don't.
it.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to encourage people with horoscopes like that, because I use it mostly as a vague interest and sometimes a psychological tool. But a lot of people latch onto these things as though it determines their destiny, and I absolutely don't think it does. I think at best, at most, the sky might just be telling the story of what's happening on Earth rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
So, that's the most mystic I'll get with it. But anyways, I didn't explain anything, and that's what they usually do with in astrology.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Thanks everyone for listening
and for watching.
Yeah. We really appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Give us any topic recommendations you have. Ask us any questions you have in the comments. DM us on Instagram at The Exceptions Podcast.
Yeah. And to be real, like, our Instagram game has just been whack. It's just been non-existent. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Our Instagram game is terrible. I will say we're going to fix it, but maybe not for a while until everything sells.
Let me figure out my life in all caps first, and then we'll do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. And remember, always, always, always have fun out there.